So machine learning is really a field of artificial intelligence that uses statistical techniques to teach computer systems the ability to learn using data. This has become very common these days in our everyday lives. When you look at consumers and as they interact with things like Netflix and Facebook and Amazon and LinkedIn, we're used to coming across recommendation engines which basically look at your past behavior and recommend what is the best thing for you to do next. Even within Google Maps and things like that, we're used to receiving recommendations for alternate routes for traffic. And so all of those things use machine learning to improve really how you interact with that offering. The reason it's become such a big thing these days is because you've had improvements in three main areas. Number one, you had a massive explosion of data, what you refer to as big data revolution. Number two, you have a huge increase in computational capacity. So you're able to do a lot of mathematical computations in a very short time. And number three, you've had some very good algorithms come across as things have matured. And so when you put all these three together, there's a lot that can be done, and every industry is really taking advantage of machine learning and advanced analytics. So utilities, as we all know, are swimming in a lot of data. So when you talk about the big data revolution, utilities truly have it. Whether you look at the smart meter data that they have, their historical customer interactions, you look at the data with the operational devices that they have out in the field. All of that data can be analyzed. It's really begging to be analyzed. And so utilities can really take advantage of that to improve really every aspect of their business. One example is we've used machine learning to do propensity of pay analytics for a sewer utility, where we actually looked at historical customer interactions and behaviors and demographics and things like that to identify a risk score for a customer that's fallen behind on their payments. And what the utility uses that risk segmentation to determine what sort of actions they should be taking. And so they're able to be smart about spending the least effort but collecting the most amount. Another example that I would share is something we've done with one of our Northwestern Electric utility. They have a bunch of programs, energy efficiency programs, and they want to increase enrollment in those programs. What we've been able to do is do an analysis and build some models, enrollment models, that allow them to do targeted enrollment of customers into these programs. And what that has allowed them to do is really increase enrollment significantly without really increasing their marketing budget significantly. A third example that I would share is for a Southeastern electric and water utility. We did a customer segmentation exercise where we looked at customer interactions and behaviors and transactions that they've conducted historically with the utility. And we've been able to segment their customer base into tangible segments and knowing how each of the segments behave. And what the utility is doing is using that information to be very specific about what type of programs they offer, what type of services they offer, allowing them to be smarter about really not only reducing their cost to serve, but also in increasing their revenue from these customers.